Understanding reduces the greatest to simplicity, and lack of it causes the least to take on magnitude. Raymond Holliwell. My friends, we want to reduce everything down to what is as simple as possible, and as Einstein said, not simpler. We want to make it simple. We want it to work. That is why we use these charts, the STC. That's why we use the 200 exponential moving average. And again, the quick rule is when you're below it, you look for short trades. When you're above it, you look for long trades. We also have our success multiplier formula. And this is going to speed up our show every day. I was thinking about, as I go through like what's up on all these other charts, when you see it's a 15, you automatically know what? You know that the weekly chart is red and down. You know that the 2-day, because it counts for 10, the 2-day counts for 4, and of course the half-day counts for 1. So it's a 15. What does that mean? It means everything is down. Now the S&P was up a little bit for the day, and you can see that in the afternoon where things had plumbed down in the morning, pulled back up a little bit in the afternoon, up 0.58%. We can see price is well below that 200 EMA. That's on the half day. We can see that we are above it on the 2-day. And we can see, but it is a big red down candle that is forming. And of course on the weekly, another down week with an even bigger candle heading down. And of course, we can see that we're well above the 200 EMA there. So as far as, and again, we base our success multiplier formula on what? Where things are in relationship to the half-day chart. And again, we could have divided things up from the weekly chart, but I figured let's start with the half-day, count each half-day movement, okay? And what we do when we look at it, we see on the half-day chart, of course, it takes how many half-days to make up a 2-day? 4. How many half-days to make up a week? 10. That is where we come up with the formula, which again helps us see the power of that wave in toto as we look at our charts. And we still see what's happening with the S&P. Still lots of strong down movement. And you can look how accurate things were when they bounced off that 200 EMA on the half-day chart. We had a great short position, down 3.24% very quickly, and that was wonderful. Let's move on to what's going on the NASDAQ 100. We can see there that we're still at a 0.15. I clicked through these charts, of course, before I got on with you, and you can of course see that we still have strong down movement. We had another position that worked out for us just a while back where we had a crossover. We touched, if you look here on that red down candle where the position started on that short trade, it touched the 200 EMA right there. And of course, in a couple of 3 days, we had a nice return of what was that 4.24% in the short position. Things are still trundling down. Now we were down in the morning, up some in the afternoon, overall up for the day 1.28%. These, of course, are Heiken Ashi candlesticks, but still a lot of downward pressure on the half day. On the 2-day, which is piercing the 200 EMA, that's an important line to see. And of course, on the weekly. And don't forget, you do have, of course, opportunities, as we talked about, for, again, potential 2-day recrosses. Now, we did not have it pierce the 200 at that point in time. That happened later. So again, we'll keep our eye on things. We want things to be perfect. We don't have to take chances with potential bad trades. We can wait for good setups. There's plenty of things to trade all the time. You want to make sure things are working for you. That's why we have the rules, because over time, the rules work better than no rules. What do we see when we go to 20-year bonds? Well, they're a negative 14 right now. That means, of course, one thing is up, and that is the half day. Where are we? We're well below the 200 EMA. So what could this be setting you up for? Of course, a crossover going down when we go from green to red on that half-day chart. That's a potential trade setting up here. Hasn't happened yet, could fire off. But as far as an up trade, no, we're below the 200. We look at what's up with the 2-day. Again, lots of downward pressure, well below that 200 EMA. And of course, on the weekly, even there, friends, we're well below the 200 EMA. Bonds have seen a lot of downward pressure. Now, they did pop up for the day. When we look at the half-day chart, they are up 1%. Not even as much as the NASDAQ 100, but they are up 1%. Have bonds bottomed? Are they going to go up for the next many months? Who knows? Still lots and lots of downward pressure. I wouldn't be betting on it, but you never know. We'll wait and see, and when they allow us to do something, we'll do it. What's up with gold? Gold down for the day, 1.80%. And of course, you see this zero here. The reason we have a zero is it could be a minus 15 if we had pierced the 200 EMA. We haven't done that. We've gotten close to it, but we are at zero now. Why? You'll see in just a minute. We have downward movement on the day. Like I said, 1.08%. You look at what's happened. See where the 2-day has recently flipped over going down? Well, that took, again, 4 points away. It was a 4, you can see, prior to that. And then, of course, the weekly, it also flipped over. So that would have given you 10 points there. And, of course, it is flipped over going down. So where are we? We are at a 0 right now. Now, we'll wait and see how much lower gold is going to go. But with the weekly vertical crossover going down in gold, not a good sign. Now, again, I'm saying the weekly vertical crossover, that's basically what that means. May not have happened yet on the price percent oscillator, but we can see on the STC, which again has a MACD component to it. Remember, the price percent oscillator is a percentage version of the MACD. The STC is a hybrid of stochastics and the MACD. Again, it'll react earlier many times, but that's what you see happening as the week starts. Now, it may not play out that it is this at the close of the week, but that may very well be what we see happening, a weekly vertical crossover occurring by the end of the week. So we see that happening with that down movement, and we record it. Now, that is where we are as far as gold goes. May again see gold moving down for quite a while. It's a big down move to start the week off with. Now let's go back to 195-minute chart. We'll move on to Bitcoin. Of course, we are looking at the Van Eck Bitcoin Strategy ETF. This is an ETF future, and again, tracks pretty closely what's going on. And the nice thing that I like about this Bitcoin future is that it trades like an ETF because it is an ETF. And if you are dealing with a stockbroker who doesn't charge you anything for buying and selling, then that's even more beautiful. And there's no wallet to have it stolen from. You're not dealing with a crypto exchange that may have problems. You're looking at an ETF that's been approved, and I've bought and sold it several times. And again, I urge you to practice trade it if you want to learn what's going on in Bitcoin. So what do we see going on in Bitcoin? Well, we look and we see immediately a negative 11. We're below the 200 EMA. We do have a bit of an up day, 1.91% for the day. We can see that happening at the end. And of course, we had a potential short position. We wanted to practice trade and just see if and how it might or might not work. We went ahead and just logged that in. What do we see on the 2-day? Well, of course, the 2-day is up. And it is, sort of up and about, but it is flat right now. But it did cross over going up back on the 20th. So we'll keep an eye on that and see how it goes. What's up with the weekly? Well, the weekly still hard down. So we'll watch, wait and see as we continue to move through. And again, that's how easy it is. You look at this and you can tell just what's up. When you see the number 11, you know that there's 10. from the downside on the weekly. There's 1 from the downside on the half day. So if you're missing 4 for a complete 15, that means that, of course, the 2-day has to be up. So that is where we are on Bitcoin. That's where we are on all of our charts. Hope you guys are starting to get a hang of the STC. I really am enjoying it. I hope that you are too. Great trainings for you. We have another great training for you today. It is the gold, what do I call that? It is the gold formula. You'll get a kick out of it. I can't remember exactly the name of it right now. I'm trying to look it up, but I can't find it. Oh, the golden ticket. Yes, yes, yes. You're going to love that training. And again, it's in your show notes. If you're not a subscriber, you need to go to chartingwealth.com and subscribe. We always love to hear from you. Thank you so much for all of you who are signing up at TradingView. Of course, you'll see a link in your show notes to our link, and we've opened up the page to you. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters. Take care. Good night.